Hey YouTube. Today we're going to cook up some wild game. I was going to do it tonight for supper, but we're supposed to get some rain, so going to have to do it a little bit early. We got some wild edibles and then some eggs. So we'll just go through that. So we're going to start with the moose meat. A couple good chunks of moose meat here. We're marinating overnight. So we're going to sear them in. And after that, we've got some bear steaks. So right now the goal is just to sear the juices in. Then we'll transfer them over here and cook them slow. Now I find when you're cooking wild game, you want to cook it low and slow. So while those are cooking, we'll get started with the frittata. And we also have dandelion greens. These have wilted a little bit, but that's alright, they're going to wilt on the frying pan anyway. Add some garlic. So as you can see, those are seared nice. Just take those, set them on the burner. And we'll move into the bear. So for marinade, I just use Worcestershire sauce. And then my favorite spice mix. Whatever you got for your favorite will work. There's all kinds of different spice mixes you can get. And then on top of that, we're going to add some beaver backstrap. Beaver's my oldest son's favorite meat. Now with the greens, Uh, you want to add strong flavors with it because they can be bitter. So strong flavors like lemon and garlic, and if you want, you could use like goat cheese and stuff like that. That'll work good. Now, the irony of me being an outdoor guy is I have wicked allergies, so hopefully I'm not allergic to dandelion greens, but we'll find out. The younger the shoots on the dandelion greens, the less bitter they're going to taste. Now, this moose, as you can see, is a roast, so that's going to take quite a while to cook. As long as you cook her slow, you should be able to do it without burning it. Those are seared nicely now. Now, if you don't want to cross-contaminate your meat, just make sure that they're not touching. Now add the beaver. So depending on whether or not my kids get into it, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This will be my meals for work for next week. And then later on today, I'm also going to make some beaver jerky. We'll add that to the videos as well. One of the reasons I've got so much stuff on the go here is when I was digging through my freezer, I noticed that a couple of the freezer bags that I had didn't seal properly, so instead of letting these things get freezer burnt, I figured I'd cook them up. Okay, so those are seared pretty nicely. Let's get them on there, cook them slow. Burn those off. Okay, so battery on my other camera died. Now we're taking video from the trail cam. Not the trail cam, sorry. The tablet. So we'll have to bear with me and hope this works out. So our frittata is pretty much ready. We're just going to add the eggs. And of course there's herbs and spices in the eggs. Apparently this is an artistic frittata. It's going to have all kinds of weird shapes. Yeah, we're going to put the greens back on. Add a bit of lemon juice, salt and pepper. Steam up the last little bit. And you can see the blood starting to come out. So we know they're cooking well. This is the life, folks. All this is grown without pesticides, without growth hormones, without antibiotics. Well, the eggs are iffy, but this is health food. This is the food that doesn't cause premature development in teens and kids. This is a food that wasn't raised in a box. This is food that lived its life, ran around. Well, I was going to say outsmarted us, but not too many dandelions outsmart anybody. This food is moved around so the muscles have developed properly. You can't get much better than this, folks. I can comfortably feed this to my family. Although I don't think they'd be impressed with the shape of my frittata. Could have used a little bit more oil, maybe. That's okay, it'll still taste good. Now these greens, just before I added the other stuff, they don't smell a whole lot different than spinach to me. We'll see how they taste. Yeah, definitely should have used a little bit more oil there. Alright, so we'll close this up, do some bacon. Baking, not bacon. and we'll come back and see what's going on. Okay, so moose steak is ready. Now with wild game, you want your you want your meat at least medium. You will hear people that eat their wild game medium rare or whatever the case may be. But with animals, especially like bear, bears a member of the pig family, and you can get trichinosis from that. There's a couple other things that you can get from wild game. But as long as you cook your wild game properly, you don't have any issues. It's no different than the food that we have. If they weren't pumped full of antibiotics and stuff, then you'd have to cook it, right? When you're cooking your meat medium rare, yeah, it's nice and it's juicy, but without all the chemicals in it, then you would have opportunities for infection. This bear is pretty much done. There's no blood on that. We'll check the other one. See, it's still juicy inside, no blood. So the bear's ready. That beaver's pretty thick, so we're gonna leave that on there a little bit longer, but as you can see, it's not quite ready. Now personally, I wouldn't worry as much about beaver. For vegetarians. And this roast is going to take a while. So we'll keep those going. And we're going to get started on our beaver jerky. So there you have it. We've got some moose, we've got some bear, we've got some beaver. Already got rid of some of it. Goes good for breakfast. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and we'll see you next time.